everybody, this is Kirisho here. Now, whenever we last left off, we did have, Deku transformed into his Man-Bat mode. Now, I actually do know that the mode is very powerful, and in fact, I do have a list of drawbacks and advantages it does give. Some of them being major, some of them being very bad. Now, that being said, let us continue. Now, the Nomu has just been taken down, and Deku is barely awake at this point, if not struggling to keep his eyes open with the amount of strength they put into him. As this is whenever, let's say Rei, because she actually did get told about did get called about Todoroki in the situation with the hero killer. They sort of, these things are specialized to take down certain threats. That's what these firearms are made for. But along with that, they are basically made to stop out-of-control quirks. Seeing as you could have someone with a gigantification quirk lose control of it and smash a building by accident. Now, she would basically walk up as she's asking what's going on, as she would see Deku with probably like 20 or 40 trinks in him, as he would finally pass out. He would just say that he did that thing again, and even then there's something wrong with Toga, as Toga is slumped over on the ground with a tranquilizer in her neck. Now then, she's still confused about this, but she would just call Deku's mother to let her know, and she would immediately just rush to this hospital, where they're going to be bringing Deku. Now, I do believe they got a week for the exam, before the finals, so I do want to go over a bit more of Deku's newer abilities now, since I do feel like it is time to give him some. Along with that, what is going on with Toga and exactly what has happened to her. Now, let us begin. Okay. In the hospital, Deku would wake up after 2 days. And whenever he wakes up, it's kind of weird. He goes to bring his hands underneath him to at least get some stable footing, but as soon as he does expect to touch where he's laying down at, his hands just go down. He immediately just tries looking around, and he sees that everything in the room is floating, along with himself. What? That's new. Inko and Hisashi are just standing in the doorway, as they're just asking, "So, how have you been?" I'm. Uh, is this me? It seems so, yeah. Um, I have a lot more questions. Well, so do we. What do you mean? Well, from what we heard, you got stabbed a lot. Along with Toga. How is she? She'll be fine. It's just. Can you come down? I'm not even sure if I can. As Deku, he starts concentrating as he would just smash onto his bed and immediately just jump back up. Now, he would just ask if she's okay and what's her condition right now. They would just say that she's fine actually, it's just... What, did you bite her during that attack at all? With how close you two were, or... What? No, I mean, yes actually I did, but I didn't drink her blood, I gave her some of mine. Okay. But, why did you transform again? I think... I just remember something hurting in my neck. Well, that explains the broken pieces. Broken what? As they would just hold up the pieces of Toga's destroyed support item. the injector being bent along with the needle having her blood in it. Now, they would just go on saying that this changes a lot of things, as not only well, it seems like you're getting stronger again. In fact, your abilities are beginning to fully awaken. So, we're not sure what's going on. Especially since, well, as Toga would just walk into the room. She would just look at Deku as Deku sees her. He's a bit in shock as her teeth are a bit more spiked, if not just like his. Along with the fact that she looks a little pale. Toga? Yeah. Sorry about that back in the alley. What did you do? Well, after you bit me, I sorta just stabbed you in the neck with my blood. I wasn't taking your blood. Really? I was giving you some of mine. Well, that explains this then. As she would just immediately just grab Deku. Well, she would grab one of the cups by Deku and immediately just crush it down with her hands. What? Yes, well, it seems your quirk is, well, I'm not sure the best way to put this. Your quirk affected her, giving her some of our abilities. Some? Yeah, super speed, super strength, increased stamina, increased senses, and I think my reflexes are better, but they were already pretty good to begin with. So, that's it? That's most of them, yeah. Can you see in the dark? No? Okay, this is a bit weird. You're telling me we didn't think you'd ever be able to affect people like this. Let alone, well, your girlfriend. This is a bit troublesome. Basically, they'd be writing more things down about Deku's quirk. Able to affect others with a bite. Very dangerous. Giving people blood. Now, with that being said, Deku and Toga, they would basically just jump up as they would walk out of the room. Hisashi would just tell Deku that essentially if she has any signs of cravings to basically give them a call. As that is going to be a very big problem. With that said, whenever they do walk out of the room, and through the waiting room they would find some of their classmates. With that, they are told they are essentially in shock as to what these two look like. What's going on? Why are you a different color? Mina, that's kinda. It's not gonna be an easy answer. Apparently, my quirk affected her some way. Affected? Yeah. It's. I gave her some of my blood, basically. Now, people would just be shocked as Momo and Todoroki are both sitting there. They would immediately just jump up, saying that that was pretty stupid and they can't believe Deku did that. Learn to fucking dodge. TFS reference. Now, with that being said, Deku, he's just telling them and explaining that it was kind of a bit hard to focus. There was way too much blood in the alley. As Ida would just walk out from behind them, apologizing, saying that he is very sorry. He didn't want to cause this type of disturbance or even do this for them. Because of that, he now has, as he would hold up his hand and they would just see it shaking. Deku's a bit confused, as Ida would just say that because of what happened, this all happened to Toga and Deku. He is very sorry. Deku would just look at him saying, Ida, It's okay, man. Even then, it's a hero's job to do this. Either way, Native would have died if you didn't intervene sooner. If we didn't intervene, you would have died sooner. And if the heroes didn't intervene, Stain would have died. What happened to Stain, actually? I do not remember anything. Oh, well, after you basically turned him into a human maraca, he got taken to the heroes. What? You broke all his bones. Oh, well, I'm not sure how to react to that. Well, he was put in critical condition, and he's been in it for what the pros said, I think about like the last 40 hours. Yikes. Yeah, well, Recovery Girl did help, but even then, that was way too much for them. Now, Aizawa would just come in saying that they are basically, they have been reckless and stupid, but they've gonna have to make up for it, taking a bit of extra classes to basically catch up to the rest. Now, with that being said, they would basically be told that they are going to be given, if not given, a little bit of time to basically figure out what's going on with Toga, as Deku and Toga would leave. Momo and Todoroki would go with them as they would begin talking. Momo is actually asking Toga a bit of questions about what's happening with her, and she just goes on saying that it feels like everything's dialed up to 11. Now, with that, Deku would just ask one question. She's copying quite a lot of his vampire abilities. What about regeneration? Because mine basically it used to fight against the sunlight. Oh, I'm kinda pretty sure I'm pretty sure I have regeneration. It's just that we did both get impaled by that sword. Yeah, speaking of that, whatever happened to those? They were taken in by the authorities. Why? Okay, good. I just don't want there to be a copycat if one got out. Now, they would basically go do a little bit of training as Deku would see the massive improvements Toga has. Her going from being able to lift 200 pounds, which is, I believe, above her body weight, to basically being able to lift, if not carry around 400 pounds and throw it. Now, with that being said, Momo would basically, Momo was really intrigued as she would want to fight with Toga, along with the fact that she's curious as to what will happen if she does copy quirks. Now, Toga, she's really curious as these two would square off on the beach. So, who do you think's gonna win? Well, it's a bit hard to say. Before, like last year, I want to say this would still be an even fight, but even then it's more unpredictable. You're kind of right about that, but so how are things going with you and Yayorozu? What do you mean? Well, come on, man. I know you know what I'm talking about. Why haven't you asked her out yet, dude? I don't. It's been a bit weird, okay? Oh, come on. I know you can do it, man. Dude, you're half and half. Come on, man. Dude, only Bakugo calls me that. No, he calls you half and half bastard. Or icy hot. Speaking of which, where is Bakugo? He's. I'm not. I don't even care, honestly. Now, as these two are going on saying that, Momo and Toga are fighting. Toga would immediately copy Momo's quirk as her eyes would glaze over into a color of red. Let's say scarlet red or crimson. Now, Deku would see this, and this is whenever Toga would immediately lash forward, as she is greatly faster. And Momo would do the same. Now, I want to say Momo would only limit herself to 20%, if not 30% for this fight, since Toga's abilities are new to her. As soon as these two would have clashed, I want to say this is whenever Momo would basically find out that she does not need to hold back as much as she thought, as these two begin fighting. Toga's reflexes and basically agility, along with the fact that in canon already, she can basically jump high enough to scale a building, I believe. That's still impressive. I want to say that. Yeah. Actually, during this fight, I want to say Momo would crank herself up to 60%, if not around 65, as she would do so, actually just taking out Toga as she would be sent flying. As Toga goes barreling into the dirt, she would just immediately jump back up as she would begin regenerating. As she does so, she actually does look down at her finger, actually popping one of them back into place, and just cracking her bones as she just says we're ready for round two. Now, Momo is actually tired because Toga, she's only able to outlast her in stamina, and the fight has been going on for quite a while, along with the fact that the strain she's actually putting on her body has been a little bit too much. Now, that being said, I do want to have Deku and Todoroki, they'd be talking more and more about essentially getting Todoroki set up with Momo. Now, Todoroki versus Deku. Deku would immediately face off, as he would just say with a mix of his telepathy and telekinesis that this fight's not going to be easy. What was that? Oh, new abilities. You're joking. Nope. Damn. Well, I guess I can't let you leave me behind. Yeah. As Todoroki would just immediately face off with Deku. These two begin fighting, as Deku would eventually just pick up Todoroki, or at least try holding back his fire, as he's doing so walking closer and eventually just punching him in the face. Now, that being said, they would be doing training and exercising for the next couple days, as we will cut. Oh man, that was a bit filler. That is a bit too much filler. Anyways, I. Oh crap. Okay, yeah, actually. These two would be fighting, and eventually, I want to say with Deku lifting up in the air and punching upwards, he'd be able to jump up there, basically being able to smash Todoroki into the ground. And they'd be doing that for the next couple of days. Now, I think I just said that already, but sorry for panicking for a second. I do need to actually hop in the shower and go to work. But anyway, guys, I do hope you enjoyed the video. I'll be covering the entrance exam, the final exams in the next part. Now, I do hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry about. I'm pretty sure I talked about that Todoroki versus Deku twice. Okay.